You're telling me these creatures evolved on a planet where the sky spits fire and the ground shakes without warning? The alien's voice was a blend of disbelief and awe, its words resonating through the translator device. Its elongated, crystalline body shimmered faintly as it leaned closer to the holographic display of Earth. "Not just that, Commander," replied another alien, smaller and covered in chitinous armor that glinted under the room's pale light. "They've thrived in conditions we'd classify as death worlds. Gravity strong enough to crush most of us. Predators lurking in every shadow. And the weather, unpredictable chaos." The commander's multifaceted eyes glinted as it studied the screen. "And yet, they are not only alive, they fight? Fight." The smaller alien gave a rasping laugh, its mandibles clicking. "Commander, they don't just fight. They dominate. They've made war an art form. Their history is soaked in it." The commander paused, its crystalline form pulsating faintly as it processed this information. "Explain." The smaller alien gestured, and the hologram shifted to show human warriors from various eras. From ancient soldiers wielding crude weapons to modern armies equipped with technology that seemed impossibly advanced for such a young species. They've fought each other for millennia, for land, for resources, for power, and sometimes, just because they could. They've adapted their entire culture to conflict. And the planet itself? It's the perfect training ground, harsh enough to weed out the weak, but just forgiving enough to let the strong survive and thrive. The commander's glow dimmed for a moment, a sign of deep contemplation. This, Earth, is a factory for warriors. And these humans, they are its most dangerous product. The smaller alien nodded, its mandibles clicking in agreement. "Precisely. We've observed their kind in countless skirmishes, even beyond their homeworld. They don't just survive, they adapt, innovate, and overcome. Their resilience is terrifying." The commander tilted its crystalline head, the shimmering lights within its body shifting like a slow storm. "Resilience is not unique. Many species endure hardship." "Yes, Commander," the smaller alien replied, its tone cautious. "But humans don't just endure. They thrive in chaos. Their instincts are honed by their environment, their culture refined by conflict. Even their physiology is remarkable, quick to heal, relentless in motion. It's as if their entire existence is a declaration of defiance against the universe itself." The hologram shifted again, now displaying scenes of Earth's natural disasters. Hurricanes tearing through cities, volcanic eruptions swallowing entire landscapes, and massive predators stalking ancient forests. "Look at their world," the smaller alien continued. "This is where they evolved. A planet of extremes. The gravity pushes their muscles and bones to their limits, making them stronger. The atmosphere tests their lungs. Even the pathogens, they've built an immune system capable of fighting off diseases that would decimate other species. It's no wonder they've become what they are." The commander remained silent for a moment, its glowing core dimming as it processed the information. Then, it spoke, its voice sharp and commanding. "What of their minds? Physical strength is nothing without the will to wield it." The smaller alien hesitated, its chitinous plates shifting uncomfortably. "Their minds, Commander, are their most formidable weapon. They possess an unparalleled drive to conquer adversity. Fear, pain, even death, these things do not deter them. If anything, they seem to fuel their determination." The commander's glow brightened, its crystalline edges refracting the light into a dazzling display. "Are they aware of this? Do they know what they are?" "They are aware, Commander," the smaller alien replied, "but not entirely. They see themselves as fragile, as flawed. Yet, it is precisely these flaws that make them so dangerous. Their creativity, their unpredictability, it stems from their imperfections. And when they are united by a common purpose..." The hologram shifted again, showing scenes of human armies marching in unison, their weapons gleaming under alien suns. The commander studied the images, its glow pulsing rhythmically. "They are unstoppable," it said finally, its voice low and resonant. "And they do not even realize it." The commander turned away from the hologram, its crystalline form refracting the dim light of the chamber. "We must tread carefully," it said, its voice resonating with a weight that silenced the smaller alien. "If they are as formidable as you say, then they pose a threat not just to us, but to the entire galactic order." The smaller alien hesitated before speaking. "Commander, there's more. Our scouts have reported that humans are not content with their own conflicts. They've begun to explore beyond their planet, spreading their influence. They've established colonies on their neighboring worlds and sent their machines into the depths of space. It's only a matter of time before they encounter us directly." The commander's glow pulsed brighter. "And when they do?" The smaller alien shifted uneasily. "It's difficult to predict. Humans are unpredictable by nature. They might seek peace, but if they perceive us as a threat, they will fight." The commander finished, its voice cold and certain. "And they will win." For a moment, silence filled the chamber, broken only by the faint hum of the holographic display. Then, the commander spoke again, its tone sharper. "We need to understand them better. If we are to face them, we must know their strengths and their weaknesses. Prepare a team. We will observe them up close." Weeks later, a small alien vessel hovered in the shadow of Earth's moon, cloaked in advanced technology that rendered it invisible to human detection. On board, the commander stood alongside a team of specialists, each one an expert in a field critical to understanding humanity. The first was Dr. Zekther, a biologist with an unmatched knowledge of galactic species. Its gelatinous form rippled with excitement as it reviewed data on human anatomy. "Their biology is fascinating," it said, its voice a wet gurgle. "Their muscles are dense, their bones reinforced with minerals, and their neural pathways so complex. It's as if their bodies were designed for conflict." Beside Zekther was VRYNN, a tactician with countless campaigns under its belt. Its segmented body bristled with anticipation. "Design or not, their tactics are what concern me. I've studied their history. Humans have an uncanny ability to turn even the simplest tools into weapons. Give them a rock, and they'll find a way to make it deadly." The commander nodded, its crystalline edges shimmering. "And their culture?" This question was directed at Myrix, a cultural analyst whose membranous wings fluttered as it spoke. "Their culture is rooted in competition. From their earliest days, they fought not just for survival, but for dominance. Even their entertainment reflects this. Stories of heroes, battles, and triumphs. They celebrate conflict, Commander. It's woven into the fabric of their existence." The commander's glow dimmed slightly, a sign of deep contemplation. "And yet, they have also achieved great things. Their art, their technology, even their compassion. How do we reconcile this duality?" Myrix's wings fluttered again. "That is the paradox of humanity. Their greatest strengths often stem from their greatest flaws. Their aggression drives their innovation. Their fear of death fuels their creativity. They are a species of contradictions, and that is what makes them so dangerous." The commander turned back to the holographic display, which now showed Earth in all its chaotic beauty. "We will observe them closely," it said, "and we will learn what makes them the ultimate warriors. But we must be cautious, for if we are discovered—" Zekther gurgled nervously. "They will see us as a threat, and they will fight," VRYNN added grimly. The commander's glow pulsed brighter. "Then we must ensure they never have the chance." The commander decided their first focus would be on human resilience in extreme environments. "If their planet is a crucible," it said, "then we must understand how they endure its trials. Begin by observing their survival against nature." The team directed their vessel's cloaked sensors to a region of Earth experiencing a violent storm. A hurricane churned over the ocean, its winds ripping through coastal towns, and the aliens watched as humans scrambled to prepare for its impact. "Look at them," VRYNN said, its voice laced with disbelief. "They know the storm is coming, yet they do not flee. Instead, they fortify their structures and stockpile resources." Myrix fluttered its wings. "It's not just preparation, it's defiance. They refuse to yield, even to the forces of nature." The hologram zoomed in on a small fishing village directly in the hurricane's path. The team observed a family securing their home, their movements swift and coordinated. The father hammered boards over windows while the mother packed emergency supplies. Their teenage children worked alongside them, carrying heavy objects with surprising ease. Zekther gurgled in fascination. Their cooperation is remarkable. Each member of the unit contributes, regardless of age or size. And look at their expressions. No fear, only determination. As the hurricane made landfall, the aliens watched in silence. The storm's fury was immense, with winds howling and waves crashing against the shore. Yet, the humans endured. Even when their home was partially damaged, they moved quickly to repair what they could, using whatever materials were available. They adapt in real time, VRYNN observed. No hesitation, no panic. It's as if they were born for this. Hours later, when the storm finally subsided, the family emerged from their battered home. They surveyed the damage, their faces weary but resolute. Instead of despair, they began to rebuild immediately, working alongside neighbors to clear debris and restore their village. The commander's glow dimmed as it processed the scene. They do not merely survive, they recover. Their resilience is more than physical. It is mental, emotional. They face devastation and respond with action, not surrender. Zekther nodded, its gelatinous form rippling. Their biology supports this. Their adrenal systems provide bursts of energy in crises, and their brains are wired for problem-solving under stress. But this is beyond biology. It is cultural. They have normalized perseverance. Myrix added, and they do not face these challenges alone. Their sense of community strengthens them. They draw power from each other, turning individual struggles into collective triumphs. The commander turned to its team. This is only the beginning. If they can endure this, imagine what they are capable of on a battlefield. The commander's decision to study human conflict led the team to a sprawling military training facility hidden in the dense forests of Earth. Cloaked in their vessel, the aliens observed from above as humans trained tirelessly, their movements precise and disciplined. These are their warriors, VRYNN said, its segmented body vibrating with anticipation. Look at their focus, their intensity. Even their youngest recruits display a level of determination I've never seen in any species. The hologram zoomed in on a group of soldiers running through an obstacle course. They climbed walls, crawled through mud, and carried heavy loads, their faces grim but unwavering. They pushed themselves beyond their limits, Zekther noted, its gelatinous form quivering. Their bodies are already remarkable, but they are not satisfied with what nature has given them. They seek to improve, to become stronger, faster, more resilient. Myrix fluttered its wings thoughtfully. It's not just physical. Listen to their instructors. The team adjusted their audio sensors, tuning in to the sharp commands of a drill sergeant. The instructor's voice was harsh, but the words carried a deeper meaning. Pain is temporary. Weakness is a choice. You are stronger than you think. The commander's glow brightened. They condition their minds as much as their bodies. They teach themselves to ignore pain, to suppress fear. These are not just soldiers. They are weapons forged through sheer willpower. As the training continued, the aliens noticed something else: camaraderie. When a recruit stumbled, others helped them up. When one faltered, the group rallied to support them. They are not individuals, Myrix observed. They are a collective. Their strength lies not only in themselves but in each other. They fight not just for survival, but for their comrades, for their cause. The commander's glow dimmed briefly, a sign of deep contemplation. This is what makes them unique. Their unity, their adaptability, their relentless drive. It is no wonder their planet produces warriors of such caliber. Days turned into weeks as the aliens expanded their observations, moving from military bases to battlefields, from cities to remote villages. They watched humans in every conceivable scenario, fighting wars, surviving disasters, overcoming personal struggles. Each time, the pattern was the same: resilience, innovation, and an unyielding will to overcome. The more the aliens learned, the more uneasy they became. "Commander," VRYNN said one day, its voice low, "we have seen enough. These humans, they are more dangerous than we ever imagined. If they turn their attention to the stars, They will not just join the galactic community. They will dominate it. The commander's glow pulsed faintly. You fear them. I do, VRYNN admitted. And I am not ashamed to say it. They are unpredictable, relentless. They will not stop until they have conquered every challenge before them. Zekther gurgled nervously. Perhaps we should warn the council. Humanity must be contained before it is too late. But Myrix shook its membranous wings. Contain them? How? If we attack, they will fight back with a ferocity we cannot match. If we isolate them, they will find a way to break free. No, the only way to deal with humanity is to understand them, and perhaps to learn from them. The commander turned to face its team, its crystalline form shimmering. You are all correct. Humanity is a threat, but they are also a marvel. Their world, their culture, their very existence. It is a testament to the strength of life itself. We must tread carefully, but we must also respect what they are. It paused, its glow dimming. We will not interfere. For now, we will observe and prepare. But make no mistake. If humanity ever turns its gaze outward, the galaxy will never be the same. The aliens departed Earth, their vessel slipping away into the void of space. But even as they left, the commander couldn't shake the feeling that they had only scratched the surface of humanity's potential. And deep within the forests of Earth, a young recruit looked up at the sky, his face streaked with sweat and dirt. He didn't know he was being watched, didn't know that his actions had been studied by beings from another world. All he knew was that the obstacle before him was just another challenge to overcome. With a determined grin, he charged forward, embodying the spirit of a species that refused to be broken. The galaxy would learn soon enough why Earth was called the Warrior Factory,